bring her home safe. Just drop her off and let us know where she is. We'll pick her up. Just bring her home.
Hey, it's iCkEdMeL. Welcome back. And we're going to be talking about a new story from Florida, Orlando, a missing woman. She was last seen September 24th, Friday. Her name is Miya Marcano. She's 19 years old, 130 pounds, 5 feet tall, brown hair, green eyes.
Her dad did share this picture of her on social media on a post saying this was the shirt she was wearing when she was last seen. There were signs of struggle in her apartment and she may be in danger.
Let's talk a little bit about when she was last seen. It's called the Arden Villas apartments. And this is an apartment that she lives at, but also she works in the leasing office. Now that day she was working, according to the news articles, and she was last seen around 5 p.m. around the leasing office area. She was supposed to be taking a flight down to Fort Lauderdale to visit her family, but she never checked in for that flight.
Marcano's father spoke to us off camera outside of the building. He told us his daughter not only lived here, she also worked for the apartment complex in the leasing office, which is where she was last seen. He told us he spoke with her earlier that day, but didn't hear from her when she got off work. He said she was scheduled to catch a flight to her family's home later that night, but she never boarded the plane.
There is some new updates today as well. It says new information this morning in the disappearance of 19-year-old Miya Marcano. Detectives say they found her bedroom blocked, the window to her bedroom unlocked, her room in disarray, and blood on her pillow. If you know anything, call Orange County Sheriff's Office right away.
Deputies were called to her apartment and found the door to her bedroom blocked. They also found the window to her bedroom unlocked, her room in disarray, and a blood stain on her pillow.
They have been doing searches, teams that I saw going out behind the apartment complex into the surrounding area, like the woods. There's a retention pond as well.
Yeah, I'm right behind the Zaxby's on University Boulevard. Now you can see the complex right there to my left, but over here, if you look in the woods, now this is where the search team is now looking for any signs of Marcano.
Right out in a line.
Orange County emergency response team searching the woods near Arden Villas apartment complex Sunday afternoon. This area is right next to where deputies say 19-year-old Miya Marcano was last seen Friday around 5 p.m.
An hour later, the sheriff's office helicopter flew over the complex. Marcano's family desperate for answers.
I woke up to text like, hey, missing person was seen like right out there, last seen right out there. And I don't know, you don't really know how to react or what to do about it. A big issue that people who recently moved in have had is that the gate that we have is not always closed, and people would like it to be always closed. And I think especially after this, I would agree with them on that.
Now, there's a couple of things running through my mind with this story, and the family has said that police told them not to really speak to media because it's an ongoing investigation. And so there's a lot of questions, but not too many things that were put out. But the story reminds me, or it just makes me think, sometimes when there's stories out or things that have happened to people, it makes me think of other instances. And we recently covered this story, Mercedes Moore from Texas. You guys might remember this. And she had some supposed weird stalker guy. And it made me think about this situation where this guy comes and he literally writes on her walls. I believe he strangled her. We still haven't had much updates from this story because, like I said, I believe there's a new wave. For the people that have been following me, I've been calling the new wave, where they put out less information because of the social media frenzy. But this guy in the community was gated. That's the thing. And it made me think when this lady said they should fix the gate. Her community was gated. It did not stop this guy. He was in there. And what happened to her happened. It was horrible. He wrote messages on the door. I wish I never loved her. I should have stayed in Florida. I was used for money. You know, this is a whole different story, but it just makes me think sometimes I wonder what happened to Miya, you know, and was somebody following her, stalking her? The other thing I was wondering as well, did she have a boyfriend or a guy she was talking to? And the reason I say that, and this could just be joking, it doesn't mean that she had to have been with somebody, but she posted on her Facebook, and one of the last posts she made was, "Don't cheat on me because now I got to show you I'm from Broward," which is down here, South Florida, my area. But she could have been joking. Also, it doesn't have to be that she was talking to anybody. It could have just been somebody watching her, stalking her, somebody obsessed with her. You know, at the same time, I saw that vigil that the family had, and I was thinking to myself, because you know some of these crazy people do that. I wonder if somebody in that crowd is standing there and knows more information to what happened to Miya, or maybe responsible.
A bunch of sheriffs and everything was in this parking lot, and they all come marching across the parking lot with machetes, I guess searching.
Matthew Knapp lives in the area and shared this cell phone video with us to show us what he and his neighbors saw Sunday morning. They said police were searching in the back area of the apartments near a retention pond.
They sent chills down my spine, to be honest, because I didn't know what they were looking for. And yesterday, the copter that's above us right now was searching 5 or 6 times around, doing circles around.
I seen there was like 16 to like maybe 20 squad cars in this parking lot over here.
I think it's kind of frightening, honestly. I've got my kids here. I just moved here, and people come up missing right next door.
My heart breaks for her parents, and I hope they find her.
If you've never seen the Mercedes Moore story, I'll put the link down below. It was a live stream, but it was pretty good condensed information. Now with Miya, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, maybe somebody has her, you know, against her will. It's clearly something's wrong. Clearly somebody did something. And I wonder how they would have got her out of there. Does this place have cameras? You know, the door blocked and the window open. It's like somebody maybe ambushed her. I don't know. The phone number that they have here is 407-836-HELP. And, you know, we all need to be cautious. We all need to be careful. We spoke about in the live stream. There's a guy on the loose right now. Remember yesterday on the live stream? Guy on the loose that actually a cop has now passed away because of what this guy did. He has multiple charges in up north Florida on the loose. And they're searching and hunting for this guy. So there's like 2 manhunts that I know of, I think, going on. Brian, and we got this other guy, 2 bald guys. And so, yeah, man, thank you guys so much for following me. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell with notifications, and please support these videos as well, where we cover other people that are missing and, you know, report the tips to these cops. And I pray for the family. I hope that, you know, there's something positive. Maybe there's been many stories that people come up and they're turned up and they're okay. It's concerning because of how her apartment was. And there's so many questions. But they're putting out very minimal information. Like, you know, what about her cell phone? You know, was there anything from this guy that was left behind, or whoever it was left behind in the apartment? But we'll be following to see for updates. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. Peace.